Hi, I'm Najee Turner. I'm majoring in interdisciplinary design, and you're watching NSU TV.
This week on NSU TV, we bring you stories about how the winter storm affected the Natchitoches area. Plus, we'll show you how the community has come together during these trying times.
And find out about the recognition NSU received for the 11th consecutive year.
I'm Nadia Johnson.
And I'm Ethan Lashney.
And NSU TV starts now.
Great idea. But it was up in former mayors. It was actually used.
Welcome to NSU TV. The recent winter storm and freezing temperatures have caused power outages, school closures, and low water pressure issues, forcing local officials to issue a citywide boil advisory. Reporter DeAndre Ashley has the story.
Due to these unprecedented circumstances, students on Northwestern State University's campus were advised to shelter in Iberville Dining Hall. I spoke with Neosha Brown about her experience adapting to these changes.
I think the hardest thing was just being in Iberville and knowing that I didn't have water or power. Like, that was just where I had to stay.
Iberville was able to house over 200 students during the storm, but they are not the only ones in Natchitoches looking to offer a helping hand during these trying times. With hazardous road conditions and sold-out stores, many residents were without food, water, and necessities. Legacy Cafe on 441 North Street held a food drive February 19th, offering food, water, and other non-perishable items.
It was a positive impact in the community. Everyone jumped in and helped to make sure that the drive went successfully, and the community benefited from it. So I'm very proud of the drive.
The organizers of this event said that its success was a group effort and was a collaboration between the community, volunteers, and local businesses. In other winter storm news, the boil advisory for the city limits of Natchitoches has been lifted.
Thursday evening, NSU Student Government Association partnered with the Center for Inclusion and Diversity to host 2021's final Black History Month event. Ron Stallworth, a retired Colorado police officer famous for infiltrating the Ku Klux Klan in the 1970s, was the keynote speaker. Stallworth is widely known as the inspiration for the film Black Klansman, an Academy Award winner. Stallworth spoke via WebEx, detailing his experience with racism during his time on active duty. The virtual attendees had several detailed questions at the conclusion of the presentation. After Stallworth spoke, the community was invited to screen the film Black Klansman in the mini ballroom.
I think what I've taken away the most is how far we've come and how far we still have to go. From what Stallworth dealt with in his time at Colorado Springs Police Department is a far cry from what we have now.
SGA said it was an honor to host such an important figure in Black history and hopes to host more events like this in the future. 50 years ago this month, 7 Black students won a court order that changed the history of Natchitoches as we know it. Reporter Trinity Velasquez has the story.
What we now know as Northwestern State University used to be Northwestern State College. February 4th, 1965 was the date that allowed 7 Black students to step on foot of campus for the first time. Student publications at the time did not cover the integration, and one article in the Current Sauce newspaper congratulated the white students on behaving properly, although this was not the outcome they wanted. NSU has come a long way from what it once was in the early 1960s by hiring Dr. Michael Snowden, the Vice President for Diversity and Inclusion.
Those students at that particular time, I don't think, were in their realm to be a history-making activity. They just really wanted to go to school. But as we know by history and many things we've heard anecdotally, that just being allowed to do something doesn't necessarily mean you're welcome. And so I think for our institution, Northwestern State University of Louisiana, it's a validation of those students, the trailblazing effort they did to integrate this institution. And I really applaud our administration and our Student Government Association, who were the catalyst for this, this great naming opportunity.
The stage on Iberville Green will now be named the Seven Oak Stage in honor of the first Black students to integrate NSU. 7 oak trees will surround the stage, marking one of many ways that NSU is firm in increasing diversity and inclusion on campus. Reporting for NSU TV, I'm Trinity Velasquez.
As Black History Month comes to a close, we want to thank the first 7 Black students for paving the way for inclusion. Their bravery is our history.
Hey y'all, my name is Mary Fletcher. I'm an elementary education major, and you're watching NSU TV.
I love NSU because the faculty and staff have continued to work with students in times of uncertainty, as well as maintaining the spirit and traditions of the university. Come see why NSU is a place where you fit. And as always, fork 'em demons.
Does anybody have any other questions?
Here's your coffee, sir.
Hey, I'm Micah Ballard. I'm a communications major, and you're watching NSU TV.
Welcome back. Dallas art lovers are in for a surprise as they experience the creativity of NSU Assistant Professor of Art, James Zamora. Reporter Hannah Angel has the story.
James Zamora grew up in Graham, Texas. While the state is known for cowboys, Friday night football, and ranchland, Zamora's influences tended towards dinosaurs, Dragon Ball Z, and 90s cartoon characters, all which inspired his love of art. Where fantasy led him to art, it was from a movie that Zamora found a lifelong spark of imagination. Sketchbook drawings from the character Jack Dawson, played by Leonardo DiCaprio in the movie Titanic, drove his passion for realism.
There's a giant collection of drawings that he's always holding in a sketchbook. And I thought that was really interesting to be inspired by any scene and be able to draw it.
Today, he primarily teaches realistic drawing at NSU, where his students continue to inspire him.
Just like hearing new art, new ideas, or like just talking to other potential like artists, young artists, and what they do and what they make, what they like.
With a new industrial style studio in Natchitoches, Zamora is able to create non-objective art, also known as abstract art, where it is shipped to galleries across the country to be displayed and sold. His newest exhibit will be displayed closest to home at the RO2 Art Gallery in Dallas, Texas.
Most recently, he's made a foray into abstract art, which we're really excited about.
After 10 years of having realism on display at the gallery, Zamora credits the gallery for supporting his new art style.
You're like changing what you sell regularly, but having a gallery back you up and say, this work is great, this work is good. The gallerists help me, they like critique my work.
Starting as a professor in August 2020, Zamora is still settling into life here in Natchitoches. With a great reputation, it's no secret NSU art students have gained an excellent mentor. Reporting for NSU TV, I'm Hannah Angel.
Surprise will be on display at the RO2 Gallery in Dallas now through March 6th.
What initially seemed like a dream has now become a reality. Students can now enjoy the newest digital addition to NSU's campus, a fun, interactive hangout spot located in the heart of the university. Reporter James Stanfield has the story.
Tucked away on the first floor of the Student Union sits a brand new esports venue, a venue dedicated to gaming, socializing, and intense competition.
Natchitoches is a small town, as we all know. It gives students the opportunity to hang out somewhere new, and it gives them a break from reality. Now, we do have restrictions, mask on, social distance if you're not in the same household, but, it's fun. It really is.
The new lounge offers 16 computers, 9 console stations, and a big selection of games for NSU students to take a load off after a hectic class schedule. Aside from gaming and consoles, the venue will hopefully provide a starting point to students interested in improving their gaming skills.
Any student that wants to do whatever, have eSport as a department in itself. We essentially, if a student wants to come in and be a content creator, give them the opportunity and a platform to do so.
People who play games competitively, this place feels like heaven. But what about the people who play games casually?
It just depends. Some people can walk in not knowing anything, and if the workers and stuff can help you. It's very simple to understand.
Appealing to the masses, the new venue doesn't only bring gamers. It brings a new sense of community to the university.
It's really cool. It's a great thing that NSU has. I'm really happy that people are able to come here and play with their friends, play competitively.
A new space to game, a new space to socialize, and hopefully a lasting impact for decades to come. Reporting for NSU TV, I'm James Stanfield.
The venue will be open to NSU students Monday through Friday from 1 to 9 p.m. and Sundays from 5 to 9 p.m. And now for our NSU TV News exclusive. For the first time ever, we are sharing with you the new NSU Esports logo, a new logo for a great new program on campus.
Hi, I'm Madison Moore. I'm a liberal arts major, and you're watching NSU TV.
NSU has made me confident that I can go into the world and make a difference. Through being a part of student media, I've gained experience that I will hold on to after I graduate. Come see why NSU is the place where you fit. And as always, fork 'em demons.
I'm the Take Home and the graphic design major, and you're watching NSU TV.
Welcome back to NSU TV News. Adjusting to college can be a challenge, and military veterans often face unique situations when transitioning from the service to university life. Northwestern State University recently was recognized for helping this group make the transition easier.
NSU has earned the 2021-22 Military Friendly School designation. This is NSU's 11th time receiving the honor, according to an official NSU press release. The Military Friendly Schools list is created based on extensive research using public data sources and input from student veterans from participating institutions. We talked to Dr. Mark Melder, a military veteran who gave us insight as to how NSU works with our military students.
So we understand deployments and not having a whole lot of control over your life, and the fact that sometimes due dates don't quite work out because you got sent to the field. And I think that's one thing that makes us military friendly, is that we work with our students. I mean, we work with all our students. It's not just the military that we try to take care of.
Information on Northwestern State services for veterans is available at nsula.edu.
Monday evening, with the snow and ice melting away, many Demon fans decided it's time to get out the house. How? By getting out to cheer on both men and women's Demon basketball. Northwestern State University student journalists bring you the crowd reaction.
Our women are playing here at 4 o'clock and our men are playing at 7 o'clock.
Both these games got scheduled pretty last minute. We've had, weather issues and cancellations.
We've been having to make sure that we have enough water to supply both teams and also the fans that are coming.
At first we didn't have power, then the water we had, it was cold.
I haven't had water still since Monday, so that's been like a whole week now. I haven't had water, so yeah. I got stuck in the snow, but hey, it's all good.
Today we had a lot of our athletic teams going around the campus and the other facilities, cleaning up, broken down branches, loose debris, coming together. So I think it would be cool if we could have the town and the university come out and support our athletes.
Because I was in the house all week last week with the snowfall, so I was looking for something to do to get out.
This is a good time to come out and have fun and see people you haven't seen before.
I actually just started coming to the games back in January for my class, so I've never been to a basketball game before this semester, so it's really cool.
Had a great time. We got down, we were worried there. We can't seem to win one by a lot of points. We let them come back into the game, but we won, so I was happy.
The cheering from Prather Coliseum won't be silenced for a while if you want to join the fun. The Demons will be home again on February 27th. Both basketball teams will take on the Southeastern Louisiana University Lions, with women's at 1 p.m. and men's at 4 p.m.
Having leadership skills is important for students to gain or learn before they graduate college. Reporter Hannah Angel tells us how those skills require more than just reading textbooks.
Students took part in this year's Leadership NSU conference hosted by the Student Government Association. The two-day event took place at Freeman Student Union.
One of the things that Northwestern State does so well is cultivate student leaders and student leaders who are passionate about what they do. And at Leadership NSU, we really try and advocate for that. We really try and push for that.
During the talks, everyone stayed properly socially distanced as they learned about two traits essential to good leadership: being inclusive and respecting diversity.
The Leadership Conference has provided a wide variety of topics for students to learn about, and these are topics that need to be talked about.
Award-winning speaker Rashid Cromwell gave the keynote speech where he urged his audience to be color brave, not color blind, and to keep an open mind when dealing with others.
You know, sometimes you just have to know how you show up. And I think that's important when you're talking about issues like diversity, equity, and inclusion, because it really helps give a different perspective.
During the 9 breakout sessions and 4 workshops, participants learned how to deal with conflict and how to be a positive leader in today's virtual world. The Student Government Association has hosted the annual conference since 2016. Reporting for NSU TV, I'm Hannah Angel.
That's it for this edition of NSU TV News.
From all of us at NSU TV, thanks for watching.